Hello, I'm delighted to welcome everyone to the official Stock Talk SA channel. Today, quite unexpectedly for many, we'll be summing up the past week on the JSE and taking a quick look at other markets in search of key events. This week is different from the previous one. The drivers driving the market have changed, with some indices showing more upside or downside. While last week's rally was driven by strong company data, this time the most significant increase in share demand was driven by entirely different factors, although earnings reports were also a factor. Among the drivers are not so much domestic events within countries as the stability of the U.S. currency, whose shift in position has triggered rising precious metals prices and capital outflows to emerging markets. Let's start with JSE. Top 40 index increased the most among US and the UK stock indices. The driver, as I mentioned, weakening US dollar. Precious metals value increased and consequently impacted on the stocks of South African mining companies. A world leader in gold mining from abandoned mines and recycled materials, DRD Gold performed the best on the stock exchange this week. Their stocks increased in price by 21.19%. This was due not only to a strong report, but also to rising global gold prices. These two factors combined to lift the company above its peers in just a few days. Overall, luck was definitely on their side this week, as well as on the side of investors who chose DRD Gold for their portfolio. The strongest financial report is, of course, the Anglo Resources report. While they are not involved in metals mining, they also managed to ride a wave of demand for resources coupled with a strong report, sending the stock up 10% in a single day. Earnings per share rose 150%, and core earnings per share rose 467%. The numbers that couldn't be ignored by anyone. Congratulations to dedicated investors. Seems like your choice is perfect. We're moving to the UK, and here we observe close to zero index growth, 0.6%. On the London Stock Exchange, volatility for individual companies was impressive, but this did not affect companies included to the UK 100 index. Actually, Friday was the only positive day thanks to which index managed to get to the green zone. Despite mining companies' growth, the most impressive rally was done with IT company Kainos Group. Their stocks raised by 33.1% within a week. Who are Kainos? They create digital platforms for the public sector, healthcare, and business, and is a partner of the Workday platform. The company issued a trading update stating that FY 2027 results will be comfortably ahead of consensus, with revenue and profit expected to exceed even the upper limit of the company's guidance. Investors reacted by stock purchases. Opposite stories about Hunting plc, a British engineering company based in London that has served the oil and gas industry worldwide for over 140 years. As a result, if published financial report and announced CEO change in 2027, the stocks have been falling down by 21%. Investors reacted on a sharp reversal in cash flow from free cash flow to debt of $27.8 million in the first half of the year. EPS fell 22%. And of course, the management change adds to the uncertainty. By the way, now on the Stock Talk SA website, you can track as well US stocks and cryptocurrencies, and of course, related discussions around community. One more reason to join Stock Talk SA? I believe yes. Extended options are available for free and no ads. Guys, finally, we get to the US market, and this is a place with incredible stories about how to make stocks moving up without confirmed numbers in financial report. Time to find out about another drivers, which sometimes can skyrocket stocks, sometimes opposite to fall them down. But first of all, let me tell you a few words about indices. NYSE, NASDAQ, S&P. They were falling down second week in a row. U.S. indices were under pressure due to a weakening dollar, following reports of the Treasury's plan to double its government bond buyback program. A weak retail sales report and increase in oil prices also were the reasons why the stocks have been stuck. But it's not about all stocks. While the macroeconomic background didn't help, some comps shocked the market with their rallies due to exciting corporate news and insights. Well-known U.S. company Moderna skyrocketed this week to Geeter with their partners by 130%. 130%, I don't remember. Non-microcap stock raised 130% for a few days. How? On news about the positive results of a new cancer vaccine. So guys, one more reason to check before investing. If the company researched something innovative, such a little market life hack. On JSE, another company was shining on the market this week, Alpha Metallurgical Resources. Their stocks added 26.5%. This Tennessee-based company, headquartered in Bristol, Tennessee, specializes exclusively in supplying metallurgical coal to the mining industry. The company's price surged this week not due to financial reports or increased demand for its services, but due to insider trading. It was reported that Alpha Metallurgical Resources Director Kenneth S. Cordes purchased 15,000 shares this week, which was seen as a positive sign. That is another way to raise on the market. Thus, the main drivers of global stock markets were the weakening dollar, rising precious metal prices, and breakthroughs in medicine and IT. Strong corporate earnings reports this time proved a weaker signal for investors than potential profits from new vaccines or insider reports of management share purchases. Visit Stock Talk SA website to read much more detailed weekly review with tech analysis and currency pairs overview, or at least to discuss stocks with investors community. Next week will be the last week of August. So we will likely to have a week with more financial reports, and it means soon we will meet again on Stock Talk SA channel and have a lot of things to discuss within Stock Talk community. Join us to know everything on JSE and global markets. Bye-bye.